There's a personality type so rare, so enigmatic, that it often feels like it belongs to a world just beyond our reach. A type that walks the fine line between empathy and detachment, intuition and mystery, silence and power. They don't dominate rooms with loud voices, nor do they seek the spotlight. Yet their presence is felt, their influence undeniable. They are watchers, strategists, and quiet architects of change. They are the INFJs, the silent assassins of the personality world. If you've ever felt like you could see through people, as if their words were merely distractions from the deeper truth you instinctively knew, if you've ever observed from the shadows, analyzing, waiting, planning, before making a single decisive move that changed everything, then you may just be an INFJ. But what makes the INFJ so unique? What lies beneath their calm exterior? And why do so many of them feel like they exist in two worlds at once? One foot in reality, the other in a realm of intuition, vision, and unseen connections. This is the story of the INFJ psyche, its power, its darkness, its contradictions, and the subtle yet undeniable force that makes it one of the most formidable personality types in the world. Let's step into the mind of the INFJ, the silent strategist, the intuitive observer, the hidden force that shapes the world without ever demanding recognition. INFJs make up only 1 to 3% of the population, making them one of the rarest personality types in the world. This rarity isn't just statistical, it's felt. Many INFJs describe a lifelong sense of otherness, as if they are guests in a world that doesn't quite operate on their wavelength. They crave depth, meaning, and connection, yet often find themselves surrounded by superficiality, insincerity, and social masks. This loneliness isn't just about being different, it's about seeing the world in a way that few others do. INFJs live between two realities. 1. The external world of facts, rules, and social expectations. 2. The internal world of insights, patterns, and hidden truths. To an INFJ, everything has a deeper meaning. Every interaction, every conversation, every seemingly random moment is part of a bigger picture, one they are constantly analyzing, refining, and predicting. But how do they do it? The INFJ cognitive functions the mechanism behind their power. INFJs operate through a unique cognitive stack that defines how they process the world. Introverted Intuition, NI, the visionary mind. NI is the core of the INFJ. It allows them to see patterns, hidden connections, and future possibilities. It works in the background, constantly synthesizing information into deep, almost mystical insights. INFJs don't just see what is, they see what will be. Extraverted Feeling, FE, the emotional radar. FE makes INFJs hyper-attuned to the emotions of others. They can sense mood shifts, micro-expressions, and subtle emotional undercurrents without even trying. They instinctively know what people need, often before those people even realize it themselves. Introverted Thinking, TI, the precision engine. T gives INFJs the ability to analyze, refine, and perfect their thoughts. While they may seem emotional, their logic is sharp, guiding them to truth over assumption. Extroverted Sensing, C, the Achilles heel. C is the weakest function of the INFJ, meaning they often struggle to stay grounded in the present. This is why many INFJs feel dissociated, disconnected, or overwhelmed by too much sensory input. They live in their minds, sometimes at the expense of experiencing reality itself. The silent assassin traits, the hidden power of INFJs. INFJs read people like open books. INFJs don't just listen to what people say, they read between the lines. Every hesitation, every tone shift, every unspoken word is absorbed into their intuition-driven analysis. It's why they often know when someone is lying before the liar even realizes they've slipped up. They don't need proof, they just know. The art of subtle manipulation detection. INFJs are natural human lie detectors. They can see through charm, detect fake kindness, and feel hidden agendas in a way that is almost supernatural. This makes them incredibly difficult to deceive. If someone tries to manipulate them, they won't always call it out, but they will remember. And once an INFJ sees through someone, that person will never truly regain their trust. Strategic silence, the INFJ's weapon of choice. INFJs are not impulsive fighters. Instead, they prefer subtlety, patience, and precision. When they sense a threat, they observe, analyze, and wait. And when the time is right, they strike, not with aggression, but with a single, decisive move that dismantles their opponent's entire strategy. They are the silent assassins of the social world, the dark side of INFJs. When silence turns dangerous, passive aggressiveness, the INFJ's hidden rage. INFJs rarely explode in anger, but when pushed too far, their retaliation is cold, calculated, and absolute. They don't lash out, they cut off. This is known as the INFJ door slam, a total emotional and psychological severance that feels like being erased from existence. It is not done lightly, but once enacted, it is almost always permanent. Overthinking emotional burnout. INFJs live in a world of constant internal analysis, which can lead to emotional exhaustion. Their fatty loop makes them prone to second-guessing themselves, feeling responsible for everyone else's happiness, drowning in their own emotional complexity. It's why many INFJs burn out, withdraw, or disappear for long periods, not because they want to, but because they have to. Relationship dynamics, love, connection, and the INFJ paradox. The INFJ's love language depth over everything. INFJs don't do casual, they crave depth, meaning, authenticity, conversations that go beyond the surface, connections that feel like fate. But their intensity can also make relationships challenging. Many partners feel like they can never truly know an INFJ because INFJs always keep part of themselves hidden. The unspoken struggles of INFJ relationships. They feel everything too deeply. They struggle to express their own needs. They often attract narcissists and manipulators. Yet when an INFJ finds someone who sees them, truly sees them, their love is unwavering, all-consuming, and profound. Personal growth turning silent. Power into strength. INFJs don't need to change who they are. They need to understand their power. By embracing their depth, insight, and emotional intelligence, they can protect their energy, turn their intuition into a strategic advantage, use their silent power to lead without force. The INFJ's greatest weapon is not manipulation or deception, it is understanding. They see what others miss, they know what others ignore, and when they choose to act, they do so with unwavering precision. They are the silent architects of unseen change, the minds that shape the world from the shadows. The INFJ's hidden strengths, mastering the silent power. INFJs are often perceived as mysterious, reserved, or even fragile, but beneath their calm exterior lies an inner strength that few can match. They are resilient, strategic, and deeply aware of the hidden forces shaping the world. What sets them apart is not just their ability to understand emotions or foresee patterns, but their capacity to transform insight into action. They do not waste energy on battles they cannot win. Instead, they wait, observe, and strike with precision when the time is right. This is the essence of INFJ power, not dominance, not control, but a quiet force that shifts the course of events without ever drawing attention to itself. The INFJ's ability to influence without commanding. Unlike extroverted leaders who assert authority through presence, INFJs lead through subtle influence. They rarely demand obedience, yet people find themselves gravitating toward their guidance. They don't impose their will, yet their words carry a weight that lingers. Their leadership is rooted in understanding, not control, and this is what makes them so effective. People follow them not because they are forced to, but because they feel deeply understood in their presence. The INFJ's gift for psychological warfare. INFJs do not seek conflict, but when faced with deception, manipulation, or injustice, they become formidable opponents. Their power lies in knowing exactly where to strike. Instead of engaging in petty arguments, they dismantle their opponents silently, piece by piece, often without the other person realizing what's happening until it's too late. They understand that the most effective way to win a battle is not to engage in it head-on, but to remove the enemy's ability to fight at all. INFJs use a combination of psychological mirroring, allowing others to reveal their true nature through conversation, strategic withdrawal, removing their energy from situations that no longer serve them, calculated honesty, delivering truth in a way that cuts through illusions. This is why people often feel deeply unsettled when they realize they've underestimated an INFJ. They are not loud warriors, They are silent tacticians. The INFJs struggle with identity, living between two worlds, the dual nature of the INFJ. INFJs often feel like they are two people in one body. 1. The dreamer. Idealistic, imaginative, and deeply compassionate. 2. The strategist, logical, detached, and calculating when necessary. This duality creates an inner conflict, a constant push and pull between their desire to heal and their ability to destroy. They want to see the good in people, yet their intuition constantly warns them about hidden motives. They want to believe in love and connection, yet they know how easily people can betray. This is why INFJs often feel torn between idealism and realism, between trusting the world and protecting themselves from it. The mask of the INFJ. Why they hide their true selves. Many INFJs go through life wearing a mask. They show the world what it wants to see, concealing the depth of their thoughts, emotions, and insights. Why? Because experience has taught them that most people are not ready for the truth they carry. They learn early on that too much depth makes people uncomfortable. Too much honesty exposes them to judgment. Too much intuition makes them seem weird or intense. So they adapt. They play the role expected of them, revealing their true selves only to those they trust completely. This is why INFJs are often described as chameleons, not because they are inauthentic, but because they have learned that true authenticity is a gift that few people deserve to see. The INFJ's relationship with power, learning to own their influence. INFJs are not drawn to power in the traditional sense. They do not seek status, control, or recognition. Yet paradoxically, they are highly influential. Their power lies in following. The way they see through people. The way they inspire without force. The way they dismantle illusions with quiet precision. But many INFJs struggle to embrace their power, fearing that it might turn them into something they despise. They do not want to be manipulative. They do not want to be controlling. They do not want to become the very thing they see and resist in others. But here's the truth. Power is not inherently corrupt. It is only dangerous in the hands of those who use it, without wisdom. INFJs, with their deep self-awareness and empathy, are uniquely equipped to wield power responsibly. They are the ones who can lead without ego. They are the ones who can influence without deceit. They are the ones who can shape the world without needing to be seen. The moment an INFJ realizes that their power is not something to fear but something to master, they unlock their true potential. Mastering the INFJ mind. The path to true strength. The key to INFJ growth learning. When to engage and when to let go. INFJs have a tendency to hold on too long, to relationships, to ideas, to people who do not deserve their energy. Their challenge is learning when to walk away. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every person is worth saving. Not every connection is meant to last. The INFJ must learn the art of letting go, of trusting that their silence is sometimes more powerful than their words, and their absence more impactful than their presence. How INFJs can turn their silent assassin traits into strengths. Instead of absorbing negativity, become the observer. Not every emotion needs to be felt. Not every wound needs to be carried. Instead of overanalyzing, trust your intuition. Your first instinct is usually correct. Stop doubting yourself. Instead of fearing confrontation, embrace strategic honesty. Your words can be sharp, but they can also be healing. Use them wisely. Instead of withdrawing into isolation, find your true allies. Not everyone will understand you, but the right people will. Seek them out. Instead of seeing your power as a burden, use it to create change. You were given this mind for a reason. Do not be afraid to use it. The final revelation. The INFJ's ultimate strength. INFJs are not weak, not fragile, not passive. They are watchers, thinkers, and quiet revolutionaries. They do not need recognition to make an impact. They do not need control to hold influence. They do not need violence to win battles. Their power is in their understanding. Their strength is in their patience. Their weapon is their insight. They are the silent assassins of the personality world, the ones who see before others see, act before others act, and change what others never realized needed changing. They are not here to dominate. They are not here to destroy. They are here to reshape the world from the shadows. And in the end, the world will never even realize how much it was shaped by the ones who never sought to be seen.